You want to know what week one of the NFL season for, or week one of any season? It's time to make some total overreactions and just to have the hottest takes of the year. But let's bring in week one overreactions or underreactions. We haven't had this segment in God knows how long, but it's finally back because the NFL is back. So,
Oh yeah.
longtime viewers will know this one. It's a classic. But new ones, new viewers, we have five statements this week, and then we will go through them one by one and decide if that's an overreaction or underreaction. The first one, Alex, I think you might like this one. Jamie Garoppolo is the worst quarterback in the NFC West. Overreaction or underreaction?
I mean, I don't know what the term is for you're completely right, but here's the crazy thing about this comment is I think this is more of a testament to how good the other quarterbacks in the NFC West are. I mean, you knew Russell was the best quarterback in the NFC West. That's
Yes.
it's not close. Jimmy G and Jared Goff are very similar quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
They're good when the team is playing well, when the defense is rolling, when they're not asked to do much, when they're just, kind of relying on their offensive play calls, putting him in right positions
The
to
run
succeed.
game, if we want to talk
The
about
run
last year's
game,
playoffs.
exactly. And Kyler had the opportunity to be a top 5 quarterback this year, and I think just out of week one, he showed that kind of promise coming true. So even if Jimmy G is the worst quarterback in the NFC West, this Niners team could still win the division, which is the crazy part about it.
That division is phenomenal, but as of now, Jimmy G is maybe not he's the worst and maybe even the least talented quarterback in the NFC West. I am calling this, if anything, it's an underreaction.
No, I agree.
Next one is that the Browns are just not a good team. If anything, the Cleveland Browns suck.
If there was a word for an underreaction, that's an underreaction to the underreaction, this is that. This
Did I put this statement too lightly?
This Browns team is horrible.
This Browns team is the epitome of just overhyped, underperforming dog crap. I get it because the Browns mascot, the Browns crap. Even better. I'm the best host ever.
I mean,
God bless
you see a theme there. Yeah. And this Browns team just has nothing to be excited about on the field. On paper, they're an incredible team.
They have all the
look at them play. You look at them play week after week. They just are a bad team. And if you're the GM of that team, you look at where do I improve this team? Quarterback. Yes, probably, but how are we going to do that? He's the first overall pick, 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Can we improve the receiving corps? No, we paid these guys a bunch of money. Can we improve the tight ends? Oh, no, we just paid a bunch of – we paid a guy
made him a record-making contract.
Yeah, would we improve the running backfield? No. I mean, they have good players there. The offensive line, they drafted a guy in the first round to play in the offensive line. Do we need to improve our
pass rush? No, I think Myles Garrett can still hit people on the head.
They have nothing to improve, and they're still a bad team.
It's the chemistry, right?
This is one of the most. This is one of the most disappointing teams of 2020 so far, and I think that trend is going to continue.
The Browns, either the Browns have no talent in the crap team, or they have all the talent in the crap team. I honestly, really, truly do feel sorry for any Cleveland Browns fan out there because it's. Either you're bad and you're bad, or you're good and you're still bad, and that's just sad.
Quick poll for you, Ross. Gun to your head. You had to be a Lions fan or a Browns fan for the rest of your life. What are you picking?
Lions, because Matthew Stafford is the most underrated quarterback in the league. I'd rather watch him.
That's a fair point.
And at least the Lions had a
sad
chance.
Position to be in.
Right? At least the Lions had the chance this week. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was hope.
True.
There was hope.
It's true.
It's
not a good situation either way.
No, can we just say they're not good? Leave it at that.
Agreed.
But on the other kind of side of the spectrum, the Cardinals are the real deal. Overreaction, underreaction.
I mean, this is an overreaction, dude. I mean, this Cardinals team is good. Their offense is exciting at times, but the thing is that I think their peak is a 9-7 team, maybe 10-6 if they get a couple good breaks. But it's just the real deal means to me, they're a top 4 team, they're a division winner, And I just don't think they have the disciplined defense to be able to do that. Isaiah Simmons
Mm-hmm.
didn't look great today or on Sunday. He had a couple blown coverages. He looked like a rookie. And I just don't think that defense has a high enough ceiling to be able to compete week after week. And unless you have good Kyler games
Mm-hmm.
every single week, they're just, they're an above average team, but I think they're in that 10 to 15 range. And that to me is not the real deal.
I gotta agree with you. They could be a solid team.
Yeah.
They could be a legitimately good team. They could hell. Like I already said, they're going to make the playoffs as a 7 seed this year.
Yeah.
But the real deal, are they really a Super Bowl contender? Not yet. We will have to wait to see.
Not even
but
close.
as of now, overreaction. Total overreaction.
Agreed.
Here's this next one. If we want to talk a little fantasy, Saquon Barkley is the most overrated fantasy player this year.
This is another overreaction, and you're on a hot streak here, Ross. But this, like we said before, this Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line is really, really good. Mm-hmm. They're incredible at getting penetration. I mean, Bud Dupree and TJ Watt were shedding their blocks, getting into the backfield, causing havoc. I think he had 8 carries for -6 yards or something in the first half. He could not get free. It wasn't on Saquon Barkley.
Well, he averaged, I think it was -0.2 yards a yard, or it was like something negative in yards per carry before contact.
Yeah,
so he was almost all. So pretty much the stat means every single run play he was getting touched in the backfield.
He didn't have a chance to get free. He didn't have any running lanes. He didn't have any holes.
And if you're PPR, he's still out with 12 points.
Yeah, this isn't on Saquon Barkley. This is on the offensive line, and they got abused by a better Pittsburgh Steelers defense. This is an overreaction. If I were any fantasy player out there that sees a Saquon Barkley owner panicking, go trade for him now. His value is not going to be any lower, and ride him for the rest of the year because this man is talented. He's going to get the carries. He's going to get the action in the passing game. He's going to be able to put points up week after week. This is an overreaction. Barkley's still a good player.
If you're lacking in your running back position right now, go out and try to trade for Saquon because chances are they'll panic. They'll give up on them already, and this is the cheapest you can ever get Saquon for this season. Without a doubt.
Agreed.
Without a doubt.
Agreed.
Now, the last statement this week is that Aaron Rodgers is the early MVP candidate after week 1.
I'll say this isn't an overreaction. I mean, this is, I think, right in the middle of it because the statement itself is just a dumb statement. I mean, you have an early MVP favorite after week 1. Yeah. Yep. I mean, you just pick the guy who has the best stats on the team that won. Good job, Ross. You picked Aaron Rodgers. You put up a bunch of stats this week.
Thank you so much.
This is one of those things where I think they abuse a battered and young Minnesota Vikings defense.
In your opinion, though, the question is then, is Aaron Rodgers going to be able to keep this up?
I don't think so. I think he's going to have one of those years where, he gets underappreciated from the media. He gets that tag of, is he washed up? Is he done for? They brought in Jordan Love. I think he's going to have a really good year, but I think there's too many other players that have a sustainable path to MVP type stats that Aaron Rodgers is just not going to be able to keep up with.
Like Lamar Jackson or
hell,
I guess the statement really should have been after week 1. Does Russell Wilson actually get MVP vote this year?
He needs to. I mean, that guy is.
At
that
the
guy
least,
is an
he
MVP.
might not be the
He's
MVP.
an MVP.
Just give him the vote, please. It's ridiculous. He doesn't even have one vote. Not one. It's
crazy.
Vote.
I mean, so if you want to look at that statement, no, it's not an overreaction that Aaron Rodgers is the early MVP favorite, but I don't think that's saying much.
That's very fair. I just want to throw out there because, honestly, I love the post morning football shows after week 1 because I swear these hot takes are everywhere, especially when you want to watch Undisputed. Skip. Oh my, the show is a mess. I do like Good Morning Football. That is a good one. That's probably my favorite one.
Fun. Nate Burleson's so entertaining.
He's a lot of fun. He really is.
Yeah.
But don't watch us or watch both because that's fine. This is all you need.